Good morning. Hey, what are you qualified to do? What experience do you have? What has been your education? What does your resume say? Now, I want to tell you, none of those questions matter. And I speak from experience. You see, 28 years ago, I sold water filters door to door. 26 years ago, I had a real estate franchise, and then another. 23 years ago, I built a subscriber network for a television network. 19 years ago, I founded an internet media company. 13 years ago, I was the president of a TV network. 10 years ago, I became publisher and founding editor of Success Magazine. 7 years ago, I wrote a New York Times best-selling book, and on and on. Now, every one of those ventures, I was not qualified to do. I had no prior experience, no training or education in any of them. Every endeavor was something I had not done before. But I made a success out of all of them. Now, intentionally, I left out the duds along the way. There were many of those too. Once upon a time, people worked for one company and then retired with a pension. Pension. It's a word like poodle skirt, floppy disks, yellow pages, Thomas Brothers maps, or public payphones. Novel memorabilia from the distant past. And then after that, after the gold watch and the pension plan era died, the strategy became to beef up your resume, climb the ladder of an industry, work for a few companies, and then retire on the stock options that you accumulated along the way. Well, that strategy is now dead as well. Most people will be working for companies over the next 10 years that today don't even exist. And they will be selling products and services that are yet to be invented. And they will be marketing them and selling them in ways no one has learned to do yet. To thrive, well, hey, heck, survive in the 21st century, you need to repeatedly reinvent yourself. You will need to continually do what you've never done before, nor were educated to do, nor were trained to do, and are not presently qualified on paper to do. Let me offer you some field-tested advice about how to do it successfully. Here's what I would put forth are the 5 keys to reinventing yourself. Number 1, leverage your strengths. While each of my endeavors was unique, they had one thing in common. They needed the strengths that I had to contribute to be successful. You see, we're all born with unique gifts, talents, and advantages. I think we're all brought here for a reason, and that reason is to bring your gifts, to express and contribute those that are unique to you, those talents and those unique abilities. There are things that you do that most people cannot do or cannot do as well as you. Things that you do easily and joyfully. So easily, in fact, that you don't even realize or recognize how powerful and valuable that ability is. Identifying these special strengths is the first most important key to your reinvention. Number 2, identify what exhilarates you. Have you asked yourself, what's my joy? What do I enjoy doing? What do I find play that others find to be work? I hesitate to say, what is your passion? Because that is so overused, it has become trite and misunderstood. I like instead, what is your obsession? What are you doing when you lose time? What do you do when you don't have to do something but end up doing it anyway because you enjoy it? What do people ask you help with because it comes to you easily? And your obsession doesn't have to be grandiose, earth-saving, life-changing, or universe-denting either. It's just using and expressing and experiencing that superpower that has been given uniquely to you. To dig deeper into finding your unique strength and passion, I would refer you to the Entrepreneur Roller Coaster book. It will help you dig into that deeper. Here's number 3. Be willing to take a step back. You have that unique skill and superpower, but you might need to be bringing it into a new industry or apply it to a new endeavor that you're not yet familiar with. To leap into a new industry, you might need to take a step back to learn and to study. Be willing to be an apprentice for a while. Find someone who has the success that you aspire to in that industry and seek his or her mentorship and counsel. Be flexible, patient, and teachable. Nothing worthwhile comes without effort and paying the price of tuition. And number 4, be wary of the naysayers. You see, your friends, family, and peers have known you as you have been. Change frightens most people. To many, it is especially frightening to watch someone that they know have the courage to radically reinvent themselves and grow beyond their status quo. Why? Because it eliminates their excuse for not doing so. It is much easier to try to talk you out of your reinvention than to act on theirs. Number 5, build your support team. Find models, mentors, and a peer group who share your ambition and will be allies in your new adventure. For that, I highly recommend that you look into the High Performance Forum. And of course, continue to show up right here each morning. This is the supportive mental environment you need to support you on your constant and never-ending journey of continual growth and improvement. Continue to reinvent yourself into the person that you were always meant to be. Keep pursuing and progressing towards the life of your grandest vision.